Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and welcome to another marvelous game of StarCraft 2. This one being played between Liquid HuK, the red Protoss over here on the right side spawn of MLG Shattered Temple, and his opponent once again for the third game in a row. Holy moly, it is Evil Genius's IdrA. He's the blue Zerg here on the left side spawn. MLG Shattered Temple. One major difference from the Blizzard ladder map version is that close spawn positions are not possible. This is in order to create less cheesy games and more macro style games. So here we have HuK versus IdrA game 3 in a best of 3 series, and HuK just saying what he says. You realize most of that army was hallucinations, and IdrA says exclamation point, @ sign, pound sign, $ off. I'm not sure what he has against all of those symbols and wants to turn them off, but just saying you weren't lost. So a little bit of broken English there for HuK. Trying to keep his APM up. Checks the close spouting. Both players. No, actually HuK was the only one scouting that close running position. IdrA actually scouting close flying positions, which is still possible on MLG Shattered Temple. However, they are at cross positions, as you know and I know by watching the intro to this game. So HuK taunting IdrA after IdrA rage quits on Metalopolis while he had an advantage because of hallucinations. And I've used the term before, tilt. IdrA is probably tilting pretty hard. They are playing at computers right across from each other. There are probably 20 media people standing behind IdrA watching him play, and probably about 150 to 200 people standing and sitting behind HuK watching his first-person view as well at MLG Dallas 2011. Really, really incredible atmosphere there during these games, and the entire crowd standing behind HuK saw the hallucinations. The entire media side standing behind IdrA, because it was in the player area and only media was allowed in, they saw a lot of void rays. Like, they had no idea that they were hallucinations either until a few minutes later when this game was played, and we all found out, oh, IdrA feels really dumb now. And the thing about hallucinations is they don't even cost supply. He could have made 100 void rays and scared him even faster. But what is happening in this game? This is game 3, no longer game 2 on Metalopolis. Assimilator number 2 coming along. IdrA's going to scout it with his drone and see everything there is to see. He's also dropping his hatchery at a very normal time. HuK not being too abusive or annoying with his pylons. And the first 4 lings are out through the middle of the map, checking the Xel'Naga Tower, not going to catch anything too crazy. There is a probe hiding here for HuK. I like this little hiding spot. I'm actually going to use the insert key to take a look at this little guy hiding behind the visibility blocker and this sort of raised platform. That's kind of an interesting spot, and it is just out of range of that Xel'Naga Tower. He could plop a pylon down right here. I don't know if this Overlord is even going to see the probe. Yes, he does on his mini-map, and lings run straight to it like a magnet, so the hiding spot did not work for HuK at all. I actually did not know that would happen. That's pretty funny. But Warp Gate tech being chrono boosted out. Nothing else too crazy. Just some, Warp Gate units. Doesn't look like HuK is planning on expanding anytime soon, though. It seems like in previous games he wanted to get that expansion up very quickly. Now we see him dropping gateway number 2 and number 3. He could still go for that expansion off of 3 gates. But what is IdrA doing back at home? He's getting his Zergling speed researched. This gas is still 3 harvesters full. His second hatch is done now, transferring some drones over there, and this is shaping up to just be a very normal PvZ so far. Is there a scouting drone in here for IdrA still? It doesn't look like. He does have an Overlord nearby, but HuK is actually pressing out a little bit. There's that little moniker pylon, or marquee pylon I should say, that lets us know that perhaps he is going to be expanding here soon. Does not have quite enough minerals, but now he does. And there's that Nexus. Gateways number 2 and 3 about to complete here. Still no additional tech. I always have to look around his base because he hides things sometimes, and it can be hard for me to know what he is doing unless the production tab tells me. Roach Warren starting up, Lair starting up, gas number 2, probably number 3 as well here soon. We'll see. I think IdrA is probably going to be going for those fast tunneling claws and burrow roaches again. HuK is actually posturing like he's going to do that 6 gate off of 2 bases, and can be very, very hard to defeat if you don't have those tunneling roaches. So we'll see. 5 more drones coming along for Mr. IdrA. He's got gas number 3 coming up right now. One thing that HuK could do, as he throws down his 4th gateway and forge just outside of this nexus, one thing that he could do that his idle OGSMC actually does is cancel this nexus at the very last second, throw up 2 more gateways, and just try to bulldoze IdrA, and that actually screws up that timing because it turns it into a 3-gate expand into 6-gate where you have enough time to get those tunneling claws out into just a very aggressive 4-gate. And HuK's taking a chance here, moving through the middle of the map. No, actually, it looks like he's going to keep it cautious here. I was going to say he's being a little aggressive because he knows that IdrA is a macro-style player, and he knows that that lair can't really be finished yet, or those upgrades, rather, can't really be finished yet. I thought he was going to attack, but actually he did not. Simulators number 3 and 4. Oh, both canceled. All right. So he's going to bank some more minerals instead and warp in 2 zealots and a sentry. I wonder why he canceled the simulators 3 and 4 there. Interesting. No additional text still. Gateway number 5 coming up though, so perhaps the 6-gate Crushathon is about to begin. IdrA is going to be well aware of this though. Tunneling Claws and Burrow coming up first. 6 more drones as well. So as long as IdrA has the unit count, he should be fine against this mass gateway force. +1 weapons coming now. Ooh, so HuK is just trying a nice mass gateway upgrade timing attack. As soon as those +1 weapons are done, he should actually be around this area, about to press into IdrA's natural, but he needs to start moving now if he's... Oh, and there he starts moving now. Probe coming along for the ride as well. Probably going to be dropping a pylon along the way. These 4 links here at the Xel'Naga Tower scurry away as the Mass Sentry Zealot Stalker Force comes in through here. We've got a bunch of roaches, few lings. Not sure really. Let's look at army value. Looks like HuK is far ahead here in the army value, and that is a lot of sentries for force fields, and as we know, force fields can make or break a game. Good line of force fields there, trapping only 2 roaches, but hey, 2 free roaches are still 2 free roaches. Every victory is still a victory. So IdrA showing that he does have burrow. He's got the regen on his side. He's got 13 roaches creating right now. These sentries and stalkers come in here. The queen actually can burrow, but doesn't. Goes down very quickly. All these roaches streaming in from the sides. Force field on the ramp. Quick little burrow underneath the force field is going to be helpful for IdrA, but it just looks like he doesn't have all his roaches in one basket, and there the replay ends. Again, IdrA just leaves the game. So that's it for this best of 3 series. Even though they were at even supply, IdrA was actually up by 1. He had 9 more harvesters. He just did not have the army value all in one spot. He was being force field abused by HuK and his many sentries and gateway units. So HuK actually wins that best of 3 series 2-1 at MLG Dallas in the pool play. Congratulations to him. I'm going to be casting so many more games from MLG Dallas throughout this week and the weekend. Please stick around on my channel and check those out. And if you haven't seen Joshy's picks for the NASL, those first 2 videos, check out the one that'll come up today or was already up today. I haven't decided which order I'm going to upload these yet. My time is becoming sort of stretched thin here, but you'll see. NASL.TV is in full swing now, and I am a huge fan of it, so I'm going to be doing picks every single day. HuK and IdrA. Actually, HuK is not in the NASL league. IdrA is, so you'll be able to see some games from him here soon. HuK chose to spend a bit more time on his Korean training in the GSL, not participating in the North American Star League, but that was a tangent. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of videos. Please keep watching them. Tell your friends to subscribe. I love you all. I'll see you guys very soon.